Hello. Hello everyone. Today I'll discuss about Google Summer of Code 2026 and how you can register as a contributor of GSOC 2026, which basically close on March 31st, 1800 UTC. And if we talk about that, then you go to the official site of Google Summer of Code 2026 and we'll find here. Okay, once you go here, click on login. So basically, if you have not logged in, then you have to log in with a Gmail address that you want to register for this GSOC 2026. Once you click on here continue and you logged in here, your name will come under here. So first it will ask you that you have to first register your account with Google Summer of Code site. So first you need to go to home page. Then here it will ask you as a register to become a contributor. So if you click on this register as a contributor, so here these are the forms that need to be filled. So basically here if you come, this is called display name. So basically display name, you can write any name. So let's say I'll put this name that is going to display to everywhere. Okay, and these are certain agreements and rules. If you want to go through that you can go through. If you have like you need to go through the entire doc, you need to understand what are the things. Then you need to click on it accept. Okay, it is now accepted. Now coming to 2026 contributor agreement. Now click on that. So if you again have to go through the entire agreement, you need to understand each of the lines, and once it is done, you click on accept. So you make sure you click on these two things and it makes it as green color. Now coming to your personal details. Okay, so your details you need to fill, like my name is Devasis. The first name I'll fill as Devasis and the last name Nayk. So this is the first name and last name that you have to fill. In this field you have to select India is your country. If you are residing in India, you have to select as India. Now, the country you will reside in during the coding period, that will be India only. So you need to click on this. This thing you have done. And again, this thing is opt-in for join the GSA contributor student only email list. You can click on this as well if you want any kind of updates. Now, for statistical purposes, they have asked you something. So about the gender, that you have that option. What like if you need to tell like male, female, or preferably not to tell. You can select any options here according to you, and you can select. Now, how need to find out about Google Summer of Code? So I will mention okay from Google only. I have no. Have you applied to Google Summer of Code before? So this question is basically asking like have you applied to GSOC before or not? Like before the years apart from 2026, like have you applied or not? So if you have applied, you have to select yes. If you have not, then you have to select no. So I have not applied, so that's why no. Again, coming to did you participate in Google Code in as a student? So basically, it is the Google Code in is a program. So if you have participated in that program, you have to select yes. If you have not participated in the program, you have to select no. So basically, I will select no. Now coming to are you currently in an academic program, university coding camp, online course? So if you are right now a student, okay, then you have to select yes. If you are not a student, any working professional or all, you can select no. So as I am a working professional, so I am selecting no. Now coming to the next question. Have you ever contributed to open source before? So they're asking like have you contributed to any organization before or not in different project. So if you have written the code for open source project, then you have to select yes. If you have not, then you have to select no. But yeah, there are some other ways in which also you can participate in open source. So that is the option of the second that you can click. Now you have to explain it. So let's say I have a written code. So I'll just written, I have written code in pre GSOC, in pre GSOC period. So if you have, let's say, contributed to some organization just before the pre-GSOC period and all, and your PR is merged, then you can put these things. But yeah, you have to explain that thing. Now coming to time zone. So basically it's Asia, Kolkata, right? So I'll click on Asia Kolkata. Then here it will be asked as a register. So once you clicked on register, it will go, and if you click on my dashboard, so here you can find the proposals. So now clicking on this, if you have, identified your organization and you have written your proposals, you just go and search for that organization first. Let's say I'm selecting Sugar Labs. Then you need to submit the proposal. Now, if you go to this organization, if you have to submit the proposal, you click on this submit proposal. Now, this is the form that you have to fill. So, coming to this form, here you have to write the proposal. Okay, the title of the proposal. So whatever the project that you want to work on this GSOC 2026, you need to write the title. Then coming to proposal summary. So basically here you have to give your summary. Okay, whatever the things you want to achieve. Okay, in this GSOC timeline, you have to give the summary of that. Now coming to project size. So as I already know, so each project is divided into is into three different category. Like one is small, medium, and large. So based on your project category, you have to select that project size. Now coming to project technology. So basically here, most of the skills they already mentioned in each project. But yeah, in that technology that you can put here also. If you have any additional, like you only identify that also you can put here. Now coming to project topics. So basically, these are certain things which are related to that project is belong to. Let's say you are building one web application, so that's belong to different kind of web apps, right? Let's say you are building some machine learning algorithm for a problem, then it will fall under machine learning. So all these things, these keywords you have to mention here. Okay, now coming to proposal PDF. So here you have to choose your PDF. So basically what you need to do, whatever the proposal that you have created till now, okay, download it as a PDF, and you have to click on this and you have to select that thing. Okay, so once you select the PDF, here it will be comes here. Now coming to this field that is called GitHub. So basically you need to fill the GitHub. Okay, you need to fill the GitHub account, that is username you have to fill. And here in this section you have to click the profile, give the URL of your profile. Okay, and you have to paste it here. Now agreement and rules. So again, you have to read it because you already read the things. So this is already tick mark. Okay, but again, if you have not read, you have to read it completely, understand each terminology. Then you have to submit the proposal. So this is the final step. So at the end, you will get submit the proposal, and you will find the proposal is submitted. Yeah, so that is the whole thing that you can do. Okay.